Before we get into the latest SGA trade rumors, because those are heating up today, thanks to a report from The Athletic, we'll break that down, but I want to ask Knicks fans first. Should the Knicks trade for SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder? Type T for trade, type P for pass. Shout out to the real ones and welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. Marshall Green here as always, and we're going to break down the latest SGA trade rumors because a recent report came out saying SGA is growing frustrated with OKC losing and tanking. I think they're off to a 4-7 record through their first 11 games, and these have been smoking. And by these, I mean the SGA rumors have been smoking for quite some time, but I have some questions as to why OKC would trade SGA unless he just straight up says, I don't want to be here and I'm not going to play. Because they did all this tanking and trading for draft pick after draft pick to get a great player. And that's what SGA is. He's a great player. He's a budding superstar. He has potential to be one of the best guards in the NBA. Why would the OKC Thunder trade him? Well, this is what The Athletic had to say. They said, you keep hearing that Shai is frustrated with the losing. And so I think that's that Toronto thing that we've all heard about with their interest in Shai this summer. But how far do the Thunder want to push this tanking effort? Look, the only way I think SGA is going to get traded is if he forces his way out. And if he does, if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander forces his way out, the Knicks better make it happen. You passed on Donovan Mitchell. You could tell me that Danny Ainge didn't want to deal with the New York Knicks, didn't want to deal Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks. I call cap. I thought the Knicks were being stingy at the end of the day, and they didn't make the right offer. You also passed on trading for DeJounte Murray. You cannot let another superstar guard. And I think SGA is honestly better than both of those guys and has higher potential than all of them, and he's younger. If he becomes available, Leon Rose, you were brought here to get a superstar to New York City, to bring one to the Mecca, to wear the orange and blue. If SGA becomes available, and if he gets traded, and it's not to the New York Knicks, we riot, we bring pitchforks outside of Madison Square Garden, and we don't buy and go to games until Leon Rose is fired. That's the point I am at. You weren't brought here to rebuild through the draft. You weren't brought here to win 37 games. You, in that fraud worldwide West, were brought here to get a superstar. Not to sign Reggie Bullock, not to sign Alec Burks, not to sign Nerlens Noel, not to sign up a washed-up Kemba Walker. You weren't brought here to sign those frauds. You were brought here to bring a superstar to the city. SGA, he's a superstar. If he becomes available, you better freaking make the trade. It is time. Because look, what just happened on ESPN against the Brooklyn Nets was one of the most embarrassing moments I have gone through as a New York Knicks fan. You were down 35 points to a team that started a guy named Edmund Sumner. That is a joke. This is what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander recently said to the media. He said, obviously, we have lost more than we'd like to the last couple of years. And it's not fun. With that being said, though, I know what I signed up for, and I signed a 5-year extension, and I don't think we're going to be losing for much longer. So it's not like I signed up to lose or anything. I believe in this team. I believe in the players we have on this team. I think we're heading in the right direction, and we'll be where we want to be soon. Why would OKC trade this guy? The only way it's going to happen is if he says, I'm not going to play unless you trade me. Just sign that 5-year extension. This ain't the Donovan Mitchell situation where he can silently force his way out in the offseason. This is a completely different situation. He just signed a 5-year extension. I don't know if he's going to get traded. The rumors are hot. They're saying he's tired of losing. Doesn't want to tank. I think this year the Thunder were actually going to try to compete before Chet Holmgren got hurt. Does that change their timeline and their ideas of what's going to come and their game plan for the next couple of years? Does Chet being hurt delay them winning and tanking another 2 years? I don't know. But if SGA becomes available, Leon Rose, you better frickin' do something. I'll tell you this much. If SGA does get traded, we are going to be breaking it down on this channel. We're going to go live, and it's going to be a party. We put out Knicks videos every single day. We go live for pretty much every single game day. We do watch parties. We're the most interactive show on YouTube. So hit that big red button and join the squad and help us get to 15,000 subscribers. We are almost there. We're about 110 subs away. If you love the Knicks, you bleed orange and blue, and you're looking for nonstop content, a one-stop shop on YouTube, Knicks Now is your place. Lock us in. Go down right now and hit that big red button. SGA is special, guys. There's a lot of good players in this league, but SGA is at the top, just like the elite players in this league. Look what he's doing so far in the 2022 season. 31.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting 54% from the field. I know his three-point percentage isn't the best in the league, but he's a tough shot taker and a tough shot maker. Go look at that shot he made on Wednesday night against the Milwaukee Bucks that should have won them the game, but Lou Dort fouled Brook Lopez on the inbounds pass. If that doesn't happen, the Thunder win. It's because of the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander step-back three to ice the game against Milwaukee. SGA is a budding superstar. He will be a top 5 guard in the NBA in his prime. He's not just a one side of the ball either. He can strap up and he can play defense with the best of them. He's great on offense. He's great on defense. This is someone you can build around. And I think he'd be a perfect 2 guard next to Jalen Brunson. We saw Brunson play next to a high usage player in Luka Doncic and still find a way to be great. I think Shai is just like that. He's going to have a high usage rate if he comes to the Knicks, but Brunson is the guy that has shown he can play off of a guy like that. My biggest gripe with the Knicks, and I've tried to defend them on this, because they've told us what their direction is. They want to try to win right now, and they want to try to build for the future. They haven't built through the future because they haven't developed any of their draft picks, and they ain't winning right now. Because you continue to lose to teams that are better than you, and you continue to beat teams that are worse than you. You know what those teams are called? Mid. The Knicks are as mid gets right now. You have to choose a direction. Either go all in and trade for SGA, or bottom the hell out and tank for Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson. This is going, and 10 years from now, we're going to come back, and we're going to say, holy shit, that 2023 NBA draft class was special, and the Knicks were fighting for a play-in spot. That is what they are doing right now, because they're not built to win, but they're trying to win. And they're not building for the future, because we're still trying to run our offense through Julius Randle. Obi Toppin's still playing less than 15 minutes per game. Quentin Grimes only gets in the game when it's a blowout because his foot's hurt. Cam Reddish, we've turned him into a corner boy. He's the new Reggie Bullock. All he does is catch and shoot threes from the corner. Decide who you are. Do you want to compete or do you want to rebuild? Because if you keep doing it at the same damn time, you're going to keep on being mid. And mid is shit. You don't want to be mid in the NBA because that's a spot where you can get stuck for a long, long time in the National Basketball Association. The Knicks, look, we know that they have some of the most draft ammunition if they want to make a trade. They could potentially have 4 first-round picks in 2023. We'll show you those in a second. But you got a first-round pick in 2024, 2 first-round picks in 2025, and 11 first-round picks in the next 7 years. They have 8 tradable first-round picks right now in their pocket. If they want to make a move for a superstar, the only team that's going to stop them is themselves. We can't have that happen anymore. These are the first-round picks the Knicks would have in the 2023 first-round pick, a top 10 protected pick from the Dallas Mavericks. That's going to convey the Knicks are guaranteed to have 2 picks this year. Top 18 from the Pistons. That probably rolls over into 2024. I don't think they're going to be better than a top 18 team. The Wizards, that has a chance, but if I had to guess, I would say the Knicks have 2 picks in the first round of 2023 and 2 first-round picks, or 3 first-round picks, in 2024. This is a trade idea from Heavy.com that involves Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going to the Knicks. SGA and Mike Muscala going to the Knicks. The Knicks would give up Julius Randle, Quentin Grimes, Immanuel Quickley, and Cam Reddish and 4 first-round picks. Before I ask you who wins this trade, I think we've all learned something this offseason, me included, because I said RJ Barrett was untouchable, and I don't stand by that anymore. We need to stop overrating our own players. I do it, and you do it. Every fan of their team does that. We cannot do that anymore. We can't wear our blue and orange glasses and look at our players. Julius Randle, I don't think he even... I'll give you my thoughts in a second. Who wins this trade, though? Who wins this trade? Type NYK for the Knicks. Type OKC for the Thunder. Who do you think would actually be the winner of this deal? I want you to sound off in the comment section right now. The NBA and the New York Knicks just released their City Edition jerseys this year, and I think the Knicks are pretty cool. Not as cool as last year, but still pretty damn cool. We got Julius, we got Derrick Rose, we got RJ Barrett. We got what you want, we got what you need. Go to chatsports.com/KnicksCity to get your jersey today. They're already selling fast. Get yours right now. Chatsports.com/KnicksCity. And Coop, if you could pop that trade back up too. That's not enough to land SGA. The trade that we just showed you is not enough. Sam Presti, if you thought dealing with Danny Ainge, I almost blanked on his name, FDA, if you want to type that in the comments, go ahead. If you think Sam Presti or Danny Ainge is hard to negotiate with, Sam Presti's even worse. This trade right here, Sam Presti would laugh in your face. He doesn't want Julius Randle. He doesn't want Cam Reddish. He doesn't want Immanuel Quickley. The best player in this trade is Quentin Grimes, and he has a foot injury. 4 first-round picks. That wasn't enough for Donovan Mitchell. You think that's going to be enough for SGA? Obi, IQ, and Grimes would have to go, and I almost think that RJ Barrett would have to be in that deal as well. But the thing is, I don't even know if Sam Presti would want RJ Barrett. I don't know if the Knicks have a legit package for SGA. The picks we showed you, some of those suck. They're protected. The top 18 protected by, I think it was the Detroit Pistons. That ain't conveying for a while. We'll pop that up on screen one more time. Yeah, that top 18 pick for the Pistons, then it goes to 16, then it goes to 14. They're going to suck for a while. That Wizards pick's really not all that valuable. The Knicks have a bunch of fake first-round picks. That Mavs pick is going to convey. Their own first-round picks, those unprotected, will convey. I don't know. If you told Sam Presti to draw up your own trade package for SGA, I don't know if he would draw one up that he likes. I don't. Because I think the best trade you could offer right now is Obi, Grimes, RJ. Is that enough? I don't think it is. You're going to have to give them like 6 first-round picks and 3 unprotected. Then maybe they would listen. Because that pick, and that pick, and that pick, it ain't really all that valuable. Leon Rose, you've been a fraud since you've stepped into the building. You have. And I've defended you. But I'm done doing it. I'm over it. I mean, the only good player you signed was Jalen Brunson, and it was a country club move. You put his daddy on the bench, and you may have even tampered. I love Brunson. You know that. I think he's a great player in this league. But I'm not giving you a hats off for signing your godson, and then him, Jalen Brunson, his agent, being your son. I'm not giving you that much credit for that. I like Brunson. I think he's a great piece. I'm glad he's a Knick. He's the best point guard we've had since Stephon Marbury. But I'm not giving you a check in the box and me sitting back eating a chopped cheese happy that you traded for Jalen Brunson. I don't know if the Knicks have a package, so I want you guys to let me know. You guys are a lot smarter than me. So what is your trade package for SGA? If it's anything less than the trade on screen, don't even bother writing it in the comments because it's not going to work. Because that trade we showed you, the Thunder, they laugh at you and say, not even a chance. So give me a legit offer in the comments section. And make sure to give me a follow on Twitter. I'm still upset about the game last night. So if my emotions are a little much, I apologize. But I'm sick and tired of the way this team is going. In no sport, in no franchise, can you build for the future and win at the same time. It doesn't effing happen. Somewhere the wires got crossed for the New York Knicks about trying to compete and be a legit franchise. Give me a follow on Twitter, @MarshallGreen_. If you send me a DM of SGA, just DM me SGA. I'll give you a follow back.